There's what we got this morning. It rained again last night. And it was nice. For the last hour and a half, it's been nice out here. It's finally light enough to see, but hey look, one of the big yellow turds. It says cool on the side with an S in front of it. There up on top you can see it's raining a little harder, but it's starting to rain here. It looks like my timer's off for the lights already. Interesting. Because I thought the Christmas lights would have been up along the driveway yet. Anyway, I gotta go find parts and pieces for the smoker that's sitting over there waiting for me to make some smoke in it to re-season it. I was totally spaced out. So I gotta go in here and grab them. I'll bring you back. I gotta laugh. I heard her coming. She's talking to Rainey outside. And she gets right to the door. I forgot a fucking bowl. So, getting her ready. I already did a smoke run. Get it seasoned. I like to mix. I mean, I got apple and I got hickory. I've used straight each one, and they burn different. So I found if you kind of mix them like half and half, the smoke is more consistent and lasts longer. And wet them down a little bit. I just took my knife and poked a little pinhole in the top of the water bottle and just kind of drizzled it. And she's probably part of what I need. But she forgot a bowl for when we're done. So I got to keep this stuff separate, and I'm thinking each bag is probably going to cover at least 3 racks. I don't know yet. And I'm going to do it a little different this year. I'm going to try to knock most of the junk off of them before I lay them on the racks. Usually you just lay it on the racks, and then you end up with a big mess in the smoker later, and then when the smoker sets for about a week, it's all full of mold inside, and you got to clean it up. But anyway, I'll show you what we got when we get it going. Alright, I didn't show the tedious filling of the racks, but I set the racks on there so they were dripping off as I was going. I got one big chunk left in there. It's like 3 or 4 pieces that all fused back together. One bag covers 2 racks. I think a couple of those bags are going to cover 3. And I just lit it. So there's what we got. At the bottom, I got it on low. I'm going to shut the back off because I don't like letting all the smoke out. I mean, I don't like all the heat in there either, but I don't like letting the smoke out. And it's on low, otherwise I know it'll go up to like 350 degrees, and I don't like it that high. So now, go dink around with something and babysit. Got a little over 2 hours. I've turned the heat up a couple of times, so that'll actually focus on it where you can see it good. It is cooked. I mean, it doesn't take much to break it apart. It's good enough to eat, but it needs a little more time. It's got to dry out a little bit more. And that happens to be one that's got some whiskey in it. And yes, I can taste the whiskey in it, and it tastes very good. So I went to check the smoker. The one there to the right, she's been tied before. She's a calm one. We only got 2 left to tie. This little one right here. And I went to check the smoker after she was in this pen, but she wasn't tied yet. I guess I missed some good video opportunity. And now we're waiting to get the other one that needs to get done caught. She's busy telling me to walk around, so I guess that means I got to go clear around the barn so I can get to the lockups and hopefully lock the one in. Well, there's 4 different recipes bagged. The bags are still open. They're still drying a little bit. You can see a little bit of condensation in this one. Gonna mix them up a little. Let a little condensation out. There's almost a full rack in there. That's a little bit of 3 different ones I think all mixed together. Wouldn't fit. Might have fit on a half empty rack. The smoker's full right now. But I gotta go sit and watch somebody play with some heifers. Make sure she don't get killed with a couple. Well, there's a little one. We're not sure if we're going to keep her or not. Kind of the end of a bloodline. Makes it a pain in the butt. I mean, she's a good looking little heifer, but she's a late one. She's a June 5th, and that means we got to keep her away from the bull if we keep her. So, you know, like July. That's a pain in the butt too, so. But we'll see how she does. I mean, conformation-wise, she is a good-looking little heifer. So far, she just needs her attitude adjusted. She's the one that I didn't get video of earlier, flipping herself around, and slamming herself to the ground, having a temper tantrum. That happens. I walked in here and she was pulled back toward the feeder as tight as she could go and having a fit. She's finally chilling out a little bit. She's take a drink, or she don't get to drink. She won't have nothing till morning, but hey, you know, she'll get over it. She'll live through it anyway. I got a fever that they call rodeo. Can't wait till the next show, right? Yes, she's got reverse down. She's got sitting down. She's got kneeling down. Now, don't say that cattle aren't God-fearing creatures, because she was down on her knees praying that miraculously that halter would come off for her and she would be out running around instead of at the end of it. Some folks do this when they're calves. It's got to be easier. Chandler Herefords, Eastern Oregon, they take them and put them in pens and tie them up and handle them. At least they used to. Imagine they still do. Of course, I see they're having a dispersal, private party dispersal sale. So, oh, she likes to kick apparently. I love the ones that kick. Hopefully we keep her from doing that too. Yeah, all the way into the other side of the divider, but she's that much closer. The whole time she's learning what that rope's about. That rope's about, you need to follow it and quit arguing with it. Actually, I had a market steer when I was a kid that we ended up tying behind the Massey 175, tied him to the barrel on the back. He led great. Tractor was running in front of him. Rope was slack the whole time. He just followed it. So then I get on the halter and he wasn't into that. He was going to run. But if you got that tractor close and fired it up and he smelled those diesel fumes, you walk right behind that tractor with him and he was a perfect gentleman. It was amazing. Obviously he liked to smell the diesel. Anyway, I don't want to get too long, so I'm going to let you go. Probably go help her. I was told I had to video this, so if she can get the knot untied. That's a bad thing there, reaching over, because if that heifer decides to lunge forward, you're in the wrong spot. So we always watch for that. Here, I thought this was going to be a quick rodeo, but no. You get knot tying 101, the extended course. Where you going, girl? What you doing? Huh? You don't want to come and run me over.
You did that earlier, and you got a halter on you.
Yeah, last time you tried to run me over.
I wish we could have got that on video. That was fun.
That would have been good video. I don't know how many trips she made it around the pen here. Had her against the gate right here, and she thought she was going to pin me down, and I pinned her to the gate. Number one, slipped the halter right on her. She had no clue.
Come here.
Yeah, I know, I'm almost too close to video. But I'm in the corner of the pen. I got nowhere to go. I always thought this was going to be the worst one. I think she's doing pretty good. No flips, no belly flops. See if I can get kicked. Woo. Get her tied while you can. Dogs, back off. Thinks she's dying. She's far from dying. Dog's about to get his butt whooped, though. Yeah, hopefully that's all the rodeo for now. Yeah, you know, it's a dog's life when Ron shows up.
Yeah.
He did some jerky yesterday. He decided to bring me some. That's pretty good. It's dried down a little better than mine is. That's how I like it. I like it more like he did it, but you know, I'm screwing around in the rain and playing around. And I don't remember what's what here, but everything is marked. Focus, you flock. And there's 4 different batches there. Little bit of everything. They're all different. And there's almost a full rack in the leftovers from 3 of the batches, so they're going to be a crapshoot or whatever. I put them all in the one that was Becky's family's more or less mixture that's mainly brown sugar and salt. I let them soak in that while I was waiting to get them put in. But I'll stir these up in these a little bit so they'll dry a little more, because obviously that's wet. That ain't going to keep, period. I mean, none of these are done enough to actually keep out on the counter. They're all going to have to be in the fridge or in the freezer for a while. And it works out. I got this paper bag right here and a little bit of paper towel on the bottom, so I'll dump that one in here in a minute or two. And take the towel that's on and dab them all good and then put them in a bag. And the little bit of moisture that was in those bags is mostly gone now. There's still a little, but most of it's gone. So there it is. And by the way, it's good. Most of it's kind of like if you get the jerky nuggets, most of these outfits pedal. That's how most of it is. And it's a lot of that's just because it's all thicker cuts. You know, Ron cut it down right. They're about 3/8 of an inch. Can't hardly see through the glare. Can't, can you? Maybe Ron will open it up and we'll show you a piece. We'll show you how good a job he did. Take that little chunk there and break it open. He doesn't drop the bag. Look at that. Oh, God, does not look good. It does look good. Look at that. See? He likes it. Hey, Mikey, he likes it.
Yeah.
It is good. So, anyway, that was the day. I'm just waiting on that last batch to finish up so I can get it dried up and put away. And we'll enjoy eating this for a little while. Never lasts long enough, though. So, thanks for watching, everybody.
Good evening.